Hey guys, how's it going? Big C6 here today doing a video. I'm doing this video because there's been a few things I've been thinking a lot about, and I need to get a few things off my chest here in the YWC, YWI, whatever the hell it's called. First of all, I want to congratulate all my subscribers for subscribing to my channel. If we keep going, I might have a contest, another contest, and this time it's going to be a wrestling quiz. I'm going to find a couple questions, and if somebody could send me the right answers, I'll do like a $50 quiz. Maybe. I'm not sure yet, but I know I'm going to try to keep going and getting these subscribers up. Anyway, guys, back when I was a little kid, I had dreams, I had big dreams. All of us have had dreams. My big dreams were I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I loved wrestling. When I first started watching as a kid, I just fell in love with it. My favorite wrestler back then was Goldberg. The first time I'd ever seen Goldberg wrestle, I loved what the hell he could do. I loved how he was flexible and everything else. And then, not too long after Goldberg, I seen The Undertaker. And then I was like, well, this guy's badass. So I became an Undertaker fan, a big Undertaker fan. Matter of fact, I can roll my eyes in the back of my head just like him. So, anyway, we'll get on to that in another story. But anyhow, guys, as I got older, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I told my mom, I told my dad, I told everybody, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. And everybody thought I was gay. Everybody's like, well, professional wrestling's for fags. And I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. So, I got a little bit older. I got to be about 12 years old. I started working out. I wanted to train to wrestle. That was my goal. That was my dream. As I started training and as years got on, I got to be about 16, and I started, well, not 16, probably about 14. I was getting up there. I was getting stocky. I was getting my abs, but I was still chunky. I was still a little on the chunky side. So I quit working out for a while, and I let myself go, and I got huge. Like, I lost all my muscle. All the muscle but the muscle in my arms. So as time went by, I decided, okay, well, I want to wrestle. I want to try to wrestle again. Well, an old friend of mine knew RVD's manager in ECW. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was with him for the longest time. And he gave him a call, and we talked on the phone, and he said that there's tryouts coming up. That he thinks I would probably, if I want to become a superstar or a wrestler, my best bet would be to go with ECW first and try to work my way up the ranks. And it sounded like a good idea because back then I loved hardcore wrestling. ECW was the shit to me. And then when we even as a little kid, we had our own little wrestling thing going on, our own little wrestling, in the basement and then in the backyard and trampoline and all this other shit. And then I finally decided to retire from that because I got so banged up. I fell off a roof. I got put through tables. I got smacked in the face with just everything. I got the shit kicked out of me. And I'm a big guy. I'm 6 foot, like 300 pounds right now, but I was a lot smaller back then, so it was easier to slam around. I was probably still in the 100 and some pound mark, but I was still I've always been fairly a big guy too, and I'm trying to lose that weight, and it has not been easy. I plan on going on a workout plan, hopefully this summer, to get my weight back down to hopefully, around the 200 pound area. I want to try to start building up muscle. I'm going to start eating like peanut butter and chicken, stuff like that. But then as time went on, I started seeing this new stuff come around. I knew about WCW, I knew about WWE, I knew about ECW, and then when ECW closed, or when WCW shut down, I was one of the fans out there who wanted to stop watching professional wrestling because ECW was one of my favorites at the time. So I still watch WWE. I still love WWE. Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was back when the Attitude Era. That's back when wrestling was good. I was watching and stuff, and then TNA comes out. But at first, it was not called TNA. It's called something else. So I started watching that. I liked it. And then all of a sudden, not too long after that, I heard about this stuff called MMA. So I was like, well, what the hell is that? So I started watching UFC and shit like that. I fell in love with it. I love MMA. if I could literally train to become an MMA fighter, which I have thought about doing. I actually started doing the training for a little while there, and then I had my, I was, at the same time I was fighting in court to get my daughter back, and this was like a year or two ago. I was lifting weights and everything every day, doing my cardio and all that, and just going to court. It was taking a toll on my body because I couldn't stand being sore and being in the courtroom, so I stopped. Well, I got my daughter back, and I stopped working out, and I got loose again. And no, not that kind of loose, you perverts. I know what you sick perverts are gonna think. Like my body got just, I didn't feel the intensity no more to work, to work out and stuff. But it's coming back to me now. Like I got my I got weights and stuff like that. I know some of the martial arts moves. I know some of the choke holds. I know some submission holds. So if I had it my way, like I'm in a small town. I don't know if any of you who watch this video have heard of a place called Corning, New York, or Elmira, or Rochester, or Binghamton. I'm not far from Binghamton. I'm not far from Rochester. Elmira is like Elmira is probably about 20 minutes from here. And then there's Bath, New York. That's probably about 20 minutes from here. Albany, Ithaca. I'm close to all them places. Boston, I don't know how far Boston is from me, but I know Boston's not that far really. But yeah, in my little town, if someone becomes something, that's something huge. The whole town looks up to them because they're doing what they can do. They're doing their thing. Well, I've decided that maybe one more time I might try to do professional wrestling. I'd like to start training to become a professional wrestler again. My only issue is I got a bad back from all the backyard wrestling and my weight. My left knee is completely, excuse my language, fucked. My left knee is straight up fucked. So it's going to be hard for me to get in the ring. Now the octagon, on the other hand, that's a different story. When I seen UFC to where you could punch people in the face, kick them in the face, choke them out, and all this other shit, and it was legal, it put a smile on my face because growing up as a kid, I became a fighter. I loved to fight. That was my thing. Like, I went to school, I'd always get in trouble. I was always in fights. I was always beating up somebody or whooping someone's ass or something like that, choking somebody out. I choked this kid out so bad I gave him a seizure the next day. It sucked because I thought I was going to prison. At that time I didn't give a fuck, so it didn't matter to me. And then when my daughter was born, I calmed my whole life down. I quit smoking pot. I quit smoking cigarettes. It'll be 3 years that I quit smoking cigarettes in September. I think it's September or August. I think it is September. September 25th, matter of fact. It'll also be 10 years since my dad's been gone, September 15th. So, sorry about that, guys. My cat is a weirdo. She's trying to get in the cupboard. Anyway, when after I had stopped doing this backyard wrestling stuff for a while and everything, I looked at all my so-called backyard wrestling career, and I did a lot of thinking, and I thought to myself, would it have been better if I had just stopped and just left everything alone? Let bygones be bygones, Stop going back. To me, it was an adrenaline rush. It got addicting, We was posting up on YouTube and everything, and the hits and shit that we were getting was just crazy. The fanfare and just everything. It was nuts. I loved it. I had everybody talking about me and shit like that, but then I just decided, you know what, I'm not doing this no more, I'm done. I retired, I quit. My back was all messed up. I still wrestled. I wrestled with stitches. I wrestled with stitches in my forehead. I wrestled with a messed up knee. I wrestled with everything, I've never had a broken bone in my life, surprisingly. Never had a broken bone. I've had I think fractured ribs. I've had dislocated knees, which hurt like a motherfucker. I've had a sprained wrist, which that sucked ass too. I think that's pretty much it. I'm not sure. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, messed my back up. Messed up my ribs. I got a messed up heart anyway, so I shouldn't have been wrestling, period. But it is what it is, you know. It was back then. This is now. I'm living my life out now. I'm doing my thing. The whole entire time I was messing around training for the MMA and for the wrestling, I got into music. I used to love rapping. Rap music was my thing back then. Every now and then, I still cut out freestyle every once in a while. It's just, I don't know, like, I love music still, and I would still do it, and I would still love to get signed to a record deal and everything, but it's been so long since I've even sat down and written a song, or recorded a song, or whatever. So, you know, I guess it really is just something to where you have to set your mind to want to do it, I guess. But, I know St. Patty's Day is Monday. I want y'all to have a happy St. Patty's Day. Get as drunk as possible. Don't do nothing stupid. You know, stay on the safe side. Drink some for me too. And Boston Fan 79 V1. If you watch this video, I got one question for you, brother. I'm gonna hit you with a questions video, Q&A video again. We haven't done one in a while, so I figured I would just hit you up with one. Anyhow, I got one question for you. You moved from where to where and why? If I'm not mistaken, you were living in Boston, weren't you? Or you were living somewhere. I know you said something about North Carolina on one of your videos. Anyhow, get back at me with that question. Or that answer. Sorry guys. It's still early in the morning to me. I would usually be sleeping on a weekend, but I don't sleep that much, so... Anyhow, guys, this has been Big C6. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. I really don't care if you like the video or not. I do, but I don't. It helps me out if you do, so thumbs up if you can. Leave me a comment. Inbox me. I'll answer anybody's questions on anything. I always have, always will. Anyhow, guys, this has been Big C6, and I'm out. Peace.